Hi, welcome to Range & Country. I'm Lawrence.
I'm Peter.
And we're bringing you the brand new updated R12 CLX Pro carbon fibre.
Exciting.
Let's get into it. It's a kind of new, but not really new. It's just an update to the R12 CLX Pro.
A good update though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much needed.
Possibly just been a case of listening to feedback.
And being dragged kicking and screaming into the 2020s.
Correct, yeah. Big carbon fibre bottle, save a little bit of weight, also give you a big shot count. Puts the price up slightly, but it was already a 4-figure rifle. 4 figures is 4 figures. It's expensive, but it's also already still expensive, if that makes sense.
Quality though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think superb quality. Certainly this updated one.
Yeah.
I think it's got everything that you'd want on a rifle of that sort of price.
Yeah. We'll go through quickly all the features and that sort of thing for those people that haven't seen our first initial review from a year ago. That was also in the old studio, so it'll be a nice way to tie everything together into the new studio.
I think we shot that one on the range, didn't we? I think we had a 2.2 one that we shot there.
Yeah, you shot that there. We've got a 177 with us today. We're going to be shooting it in a little while and seeing how it goes indoors. So do you want to start, quick run of features, do you want to start up at that end?
Certainly. So we've got a adjustable butt plate, butt
pad.
Yeah, butt pad. Yeah. So you can slacken that screw off there and you can tilt it, can't you?
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it doesn't extend, which would be quite nice, but the length of pull is about right anyway. So that's the distance between between the butt and the trigger. Yeah.
So we've got an adjustable cheek piece in black again. Quite a few manufacturers, when they've got a walnut stock, like Airguns with their Ultimate Sporter, they put a black cheek piece on, don't they?
Yeah.
Looks a little bit out of place, but it actually works, doesn't it?
Some people bemoan it, but if you actually look, it's actually just a black line all the way. If you look on the monitor, it's a black line all the way across, in line with that. So if it was all walnut, it might look a little bit off.
Yeah, you're right. But it fits, doesn't it? It goes. It does actually work. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. One thing I will just mention, because you mentioned it to start with, you're trying to poke around with an Allen key, trying to adjust it, because your eyes are not very good, because you're old. And it's a Torx key.
It's honest.
It's a Torx key in their little star-looking thing, not an Allen key.
Why would you put a Torx in there?
Because the BSA.
Who's got a Torx set? One that fits. Yeah, should be Allen key.
Everything else in the industry is Allen key.
Yeah.
But anyway, once it's done, once you've set it up for yourself,
I haven't checked that they don't put a Torx key in the box.
I think they do. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
We'll have to check that before the conclusion.
But what do you do with the box? The box gets binned.
It's a hard case.
And the bits go in a
hard case. So yeah, it rattles around to scratch everything inside your hard case.
I was going to say usually all the bits get chucked in a drawer and forgotten about.
Yeah.
Okay, moving forward. It's a lovely walnut stock. Now they're only in walnut and the laminate, and they're also with the update only in one length, which is the longer version, the carbine. Carbine is the long one.
Now they've always done the super carbine and the carbine, haven't they?
Yeah.
And what was there, about 3 or 4 inches in it?
Yeah,
there has
something
been
like that. Yeah, 3 or 4.
It never struck me why they actually did that. I thought it's a bit meaningless, to be honest.
Because it was only in the barrel length, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Looks, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Made us carry extra stock there, didn't it?
I was going to say that, but I thought I was being a bit sort of selfish or being from our point of view sort of thing.
No. Too much choice in some instances.
Correct. Now, next on features. Well, on features. Magazine. magazines is a lovely new 12 round jobby, hence the R12, in both 177 and 22. They came out as all metal, and they were all real nice quality and all lovely. The new updated ones are a plastic surround, a plastic chassis, and these are the newer ones. They had a little bit of a teething problem with the manufacturer of the, I believe it was the inner cassette, so the blue and the red cassettes. There's a little teething problem with those.
I think what was happening, the O-ring on there wasn't gripping the pellet well enough, is it? And sometimes when you're pulling the bolt back, the pellet would drop into the action.
Yes.
And it would cause a bit of a jam, and it would stop the gun from cocking. We had a few in the shop, didn't we? Two or three, and it generally took me about 30 seconds to clear them.
Yeah.
Out the stock, a couple of pins out the trigger, the pellet dropped out. But they've sorted that now.
It was the fact that the holes were different sizes in the cassette.
Okay.
The holes were built with drilled with sort of different sized holes. They
Okay.
weren't all uniform. But any now that have the plastic backing and that have a little triangle, a little pyramid thing on the top. I'll try and show the top camera. A little pyramid rather than a single sort of cylinder, rather than a single sort of pin poking up. They're the plastic ones. They're the new ones.
Yeah.
They have been absolutely bomb-proof. They made the change, as I say, the guns have been out year and something.
Seems longer to me.
Yeah.
At the time. Yeah, time.
I mean, that was when we did the review. I can't remember exactly when they came out. Since last summer-ish, these have all been plastic and they've all been absolutely bomb-proof. I can say that confidently.
Yeah. Talking of issues, I think, I mean, regular watchers will know how honest we are with our reviews, won't they? And most of the time all the time, it's our personal opinion, both from experience and from
what we would want to see.
Yeah, what we would want to see. Now, there has been, the R12 have picked up a bit of a bad press, haven't they?
Yeah.
The early ones. And in our experience, it was unfounded. A lot of it was unfounded. People were saying there's regulator problems. This was a brand new regulator from the R10. The R10 did have regulator problems, which is well documented, and that they were a bit of a pain in the rear. But this is a whole new regulator, and we have never had a problem.
No.
With a regulator.
No, we haven't. I don't think we've had a problem with accuracy that wasn't caused by a magazine. Caveat.
Or mucky barrel.
Or cleaning the barrel, yeah.
Yep.
I don't think we've had a problem with accuracy.
Yep. And we do get through quite a few rifles, don't we? So we do sell quite a lot. We do have a lot on the range. So we we do experience quite a high volume of each rifle. So
not to toot our own horn or anything. But...
No, toot. No, but we do like to be honest, and we do like to be upfront and say it how it is, basically, whether whoever likes it or doesn't. It's we set this shop up from the start, and my mantra was I wanted to treat customers how we wanted to be treated, because we were shooters, weren't we, before we were shopkeepers. So many moons ago.
Yeah.
Back to the rifle. Just filled that little bit in for you.
We should also mention, while we're on the regulator, that they had a precautionary recall.
They did, yeah.
Middle of last year as well.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Being told that there was no problem with them. They weren't causing issues. There was no safety concerns or anything like that. It was just a precautionary thing. Something to do with moulding. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I can't. No.
But again, obviously, they're all sorted. Just precautionary.
Yeah. It's like when you get a recall for your car, isn't it? We had recently had one on a 12-year-old car that we've got, and it was a circlip on the brake pedal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That went in for. Came back with other problems after we got it back. Typical main dealer.
Of course it did.
Yeah.
Okay. What else have we got? Now, with the new carbon bottle, we've obviously got bigger bottle, bigger shot count. It's about 400 in 177, about 440 in 22. So that's coming up more in line with like a Daystate Wolverine. That's what that's competing with.
Yeah.
Now this has an adjustable stock. Wolverine doesn't. But the R12's punching upwards to a Wolverine. But everyone's...
That's an interesting... Is it a Wolverine? Is it as good as a Wolverine?
We'll find out when we shoot it later.
I don't like the stock as much as I do a Wolverine.
The Wolverine stock is particularly nice, particularly comfortable.
Again...
But it's not adjustable.
That's my that's only my opinion. It's comfortable. It's very nice. Yeah, we are getting up there, aren't we? Sort of the 400 shot mark.
Yeah.
Getting towards a tin of pellets. So
yeah.
Make sure you take a spare one with you.
Yeah.
Safety catch. Lovely safety catch on the back there, which works opposite to what a lot of manufacturers would work on the back, wouldn't it?
Does it?
Certainly Daystate, I think.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. So with your as a right-handed person, you trigger your sort of right thumb has to push it across.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Now, when I was zeroing it earlier, I also noticed a rather nice little feature on there. So you grip the biathlon part of the, is that the right term?
Yeah, the little vertical bit.
Little vertical bit, and bring it back to cock it, and it turns, but it doesn't spin freely. It's like a damped turning effect. Have you felt that?
Yeah, so you can't just absolutely rip it.
No.
But it's like a nice soft.
Feels premium.
Yeah.
That does really feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Just thought I'd have to put that in there because you'd never get bored of that. I wouldn't, but I'm a bit sad.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Glad you said it.
Okay. Where are we at now? So
I would say while we're in this sort of area, little niggling problem that I would say, or little thing that I would mention is it's not a standard 9 to 11mm rail. The entire industry is either 9 to 11mm rail or Weaver, which is about 22, sort of more tactical looking thing.
BSA have always been 13mm, haven't they?
Yeah.
I don't know why. They set their machines up for it in the 30s, 40s, and that's where they stayed.
The
Maybe?
1830s.
Probably, yeah. 1861. That's probably when they did it. Yeah. But super smooth, super smooth. Now we have got a little indicator there, haven't we?
Yeah. That's for when the action is cocked.
Yeah.
So you cock the bolt back and it will come on. Yeah.
Yeah. Giving you a little red. Just to double check, you could just have a quick glance and it's silver when it's not. So just something else really, just added, low sort of cost addition that just might help you out in the field.
Yeah. Because if you're out in the field, you've been waiting for a rabbit for the past 20 minutes, half an hour, you think, did I cock that as a pellet in? You can look. Oh, yes, it is. So you know you're ready to go.
Similar to like the HW100, because with that one, you can't put the safety catch on unless the gun's cocked, can you?
Correct.
So that's a nice little check if you're out in the field. Have I cocked it?
You just try to put safety on.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So, 15.5-inch barrel on this one, I believe.
Somewhere around here, is it?
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay.
And it's got the BSA, it seems to be the standard, the CCS system, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is the customer configurable shroud.
Yeah. So you can take the silencer section off, you can take the shroud section off, you can take it all off if you want, or you can do what I think probably everyone in the country does and just leave it alone. And have a nice shrouded barrel with a nice silencer on it because it looks nice and it works well.
Yeah. Does. I don't know why they do that. It's, you can have a standard bare barrel with your moderator on the end of it if you want. I don't. No. I think it looks good as it is.
Yeah.
Definitely. So that's about it. That's it on the rifle.
In terms of features. Yeah.
Sling studs.
Oh yeah. We nearly forgot about that when we were doing a little crib sheet.
Yeah, we did.
One of the very few rifles that you can actually put a sling straight on.
Yeah.
So you can, again, if you're hunting, you can just put it over your shoulder, and leave your hands free.
When you say if you're out hunting, you can put a sling on, You can also put a bipod on there if you're range shooting, can't you?
Yeah, I think that's it in terms of features. Obviously, we can go in. We'll jump into handling.
Yeah.
Go through the weight and length and stuff. Okay, so we'll talk numbers then. So weight-wise, it's about 4.7 kilos as tested here. It's about sort of half a kilo of scope. So yeah, it's about 4 kilo rifles.
We'll just add that it's quite a big scope. It's a Hawk Vantage wide angle, isn't it?
4-16, yeah.
And it's a rather nice scope.
Yeah.
Rather good combo on that.
Absolutely.
Certainly is. So overall length, we're looking at 1,030 millimeters, 1030 millimeters, about 41 inches overall.
And that's to the end of the shroud.
Yeah. Now they do come with a Negrini hard case, which is the same, just happens to be the same case as the Range and Country hard case that we sell. Superb case, made by Negrini in Italy. Really good catches on it, nice foam padding, grips your gun. Brilliant, free case. Yeah. That actually fits the gun.
Yeah,
with the scope.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say that's the little kicker, isn't it? Quite often you get hard cases that come with them and they can't fit a scope on.
Yeah.
But these ones will fit everything on.
Yeah. Nice, tough, lockable case.
It's nice to. It's about a metre long, isn't it? So it's sort of standard length for a standard traditional style rifle.
Yeah.
I would expect it to shoot very well. I think you were zeroing it earlier, and it was quite easy to zero and everything.
It wasn't bad at all. Yeah, quite enjoyed that.
I know we've said on previous videos when we've had sort of a tactical looking thing, tactical looking rifle, they can be a bit floaty. I'm expecting these to be very stable on the range, or again on your bipod if you're out hunting.
Now, I when I zeroed it, I used a range bagger right at the front of the bottle. Now that gives me another 10 inches of non-pivotal.
You think that's 10 inches?
Yeah. Non-pivotal distance. Now, what I mean by that is, so if you've got your bipod on there, slight movement at the back of the rifle brings about quite a large movement at the muzzle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, if you put your pivot point there, if you put your support there, same movement at the back, it's probably half the deviation at the muzzle. So that really does make a difference when you're shooting it. Now, some rifles, they have the pivot point, you know, the tactical style. They have the Picatinny rail in the middle there. And that is a bit of a nightmare. Just for me, I struggle with that. When you can get your support right forward, to me, it makes a massive difference to accuracy and shooting enjoyment, to be honest, because I'm not fighting the gun all the time.
Yeah. If you let it sit and when you're comfortable on it, you're going to enjoy it much more, aren't you?
Yeah. If you're out rough shooting, if you're out doing pest control, obviously your hand is roughly about there. Probably in the same position it's going to be on the tactical, so it doesn't really come into it. But it's when it's resting that you really do notice a difference with a bit longer rifle. Just my opinion. Yep. What else have we got in the handling? We've got a beautiful thumbhole stock here, haven't we? Thumbhole grip.
Yeah. I think I mentioned earlier about it competing with something like a Daystate Wolverine.
Yeah.
The Daystate Wolverine has
a superb stock.
Yeah, they're particularly comfortable.
Yeah.
They've got option to go thumb up or thumb through. Whereas this, it does, but it's not as comfortable. You come in sort of around the contour of the thumb hole section sort of thing. You come in around that bit.
Yeah.
Which, after a time, it can feel like it's digging in.
You always get sanded to it, couldn't you?
Brilliant, yeah.
Get the Black & Decker on it. Other makes are available.
I think
I don't know if Black & Decker still do.
I don't know. Anyway, I think it's designed more for thumb through.
Yeah.
But you can shoot thumb up. That'd be no problem. But yeah, it's certainly designed as thumb through.
Yeah, definitely. Very nice. Now I didn't adjust the cheek piece. Didn't need to. I needed to wind the scope out a lot. I know that much.
Again, because you're old.
Yeah.
I think it probably does want to go up a little bit if you wanted to make sure you're in the same place every single time.
Yeah.
It can be a little bit low, but if you really press yourself in, you'd be in a different place. It's a bit of a struggle to cock it without moving your hand, which would have been a nice little thing, I guess.
I didn't struggle. No.
I'm just sort
It's
of
just on the
nitpicking.
wrong side, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It should go on that side.
No. I think I'm just nitpicking. You can almost...
I think you are, because excuse me, I don't think there's an awful lot you can nitpick with it, to be honest. There's no faults there in that rifle that I could say, that's a, they've dropped the ball on that one. It's pretty darn good.
It's the stock feels very similar to the R10 thumbhole. It's got some slight differences, but it basically feels the same. Yeah. And that was never a problem that anyone had a problem with.
No, always nice. So that really leaves it down to shooting it.
Yeah.
Seeing how it performs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seeing how I perform.
Let's give us a reset and we'll have a go shooting it. Be back with you shortly.
Wish me luck.
Okay, here we are with the R12. We're all locked, loaded, set up, ready to give it a go.
See what it'll do. Now, you were talking this morning about the previous video on the R12, weren't you, on the range?
Yes. Can't
remember how good that was.
Quite. It wasn't quite. It was ragged hole.
Was that 2.2?
Yeah.
Okay. That'd have been 30 yards on the range, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas here we are 25 indoors with a loose nut behind the trigger.
It was the same loose nut the first time.
It's a bit looser now. I'm another year older.
Don't mind that.
That'll do.
Cool.
Thank you.
Pack up, go home.
Yeah. Now we are using Airguns pellets here. Which are one of our go-to. This is a rather good scope,
Yeah. Airguns pellets, 8.4 grain. We've mentioned that this is 25 metres, haven't we?
Yeah.
We said that was 30 yards at the range.
This scope makes it so easy. It is a
Hawk Vantage wide angle.
It certainly is. It's certainly very, very good. Makes an amateur like me look acceptable. Do you know this is one of our best groups we've ever had, I think, in here?
It's possibly better than the XTI 50 that we did.
I wasn't here for that one, was I?
That must be why.
I don't know how many that is. I've got a little number on the side here. I can't read it.
That's 5.
5 left. I'm going to empty the lot. I only put 10 in. That's rather good, isn't it?
Banging them straight in. We haven't done massive pellet testing. Just anecdotally.
Massive.
Massive amount. Oh yeah, any.
We generally have a go-to pellets, don't we?
Yeah.
It tends to be for 177. It tends to either be these or QAS streamlined heavies. But I am astounded.
I was trying to do a little bit of smoke and mirrors and say we've not done a huge amount of pellet testing. By that I mean any. But anecdotally, Airguns Diablo Field are usually very, very good at these. Oh, that
was a mile out, wasn't it?
Looks like this is your last one.
Not much pressure then.
There you go. Apart from that one, that's not bad at all.
That's the gun.
Frame it hanging on the wall.
Yeah. The scope is superb, absolutely superb. The clarity and it just sits there. obviously I'm rested at the front. I've got my hand under the back for support, and the crosshairs are just sitting there on the ball. And squeeze the trigger off. Lovely trigger.
We've said it before when we've been moaning about sort of tactical rifles and bullpup style rifles, how they can be a bit floaty when we're target shooting them or when we're shooting them on the range. That's the exact opposite for a traditional rifle like this.
I've put my bag right forward though, as you can see. It's quite far forward on the ultra modern
on the new
carbon cylinder.
So as I was saying, a traditional rifle would be a lot more stable on the range. It'd be much easier to do that. So if we've shot like a high-end FX, but it's a sort of technical looking thing, we may struggle to get that because it's more floaty.
Yeah, the short tactical guns. Yeah, especially when they put the pivot point where they put the Picatinny rail, sort of halfway down the gun. It's you're like on a seesaw, aren't you? And you're handicapped straight off from the start, I feel.
Yeah. But, okay, let's get into the conclusion on this then. We've shot it. We've gone through the different changes and different updates. What do we think about it?
Pretty darn good. Now, I've had a look in the box, and they actually put in a Torx key. It actually fits.
There you go.
So I've adjusted it. I've brought it up a little bit. Yeah, nice.
It looks cooler now that it's lifted up.
It does, yeah. Yeah. But they do put a Torx key in. Don't lose it, because Torx aren't... you'll be going down the middle aisle and getting yourself a Torx key set. But, yeah, now, the shooting of it was absolutely superb. It was so easy. We get a few rifles that are particularly easy. I think the last one happened to be a BSA. I think it was the Wilderness.
Right, yeah.
It was straight on.
Pretensis as well.
The blue Pretensis before that was the same. They just seemed so easy. I don't know why. Other guns, you really have to work at it. And then you get some that, does it become boring? I don't know if boring's the word.
Boring's probably not the word for us, because we don't do it day in, day out. But we've heard it from a lot of customers. That
rewarding? Yeah. I mean, when you shoot as well as that at 25 yards, or when the rifle shoots as well as that at 25 yards, you don't really hesitate in pushing yourself out a little bit further, do you?
No. To
try and test the gun and test yourself. So that is assuming you have got a range longer than 25. A very nice surprise, a very nice shooting session with it.
Yeah. All of the problems seem to be ironed out, or have been ironed out for a good while now.
Yeah.
So we're at least very confident in selling the rifles again, or never stopped. We're very confident in selling the rifles, and we really like the updates to them.
We certainly do, yeah. They have, but brought it into the 2020s, haven't they? Very nice. So the ultimate conclusion is, get your hands on one, have a go with one, buy one if you're looking for something like this. Fantastic. You won't go wrong.
I recommend it.
Yeah. Now, we just a reminder, we do deliver throughout England and Wales. Either myself, or if you're lucky, you'll get Lawrence delivering. And well, that's it. Thank you for looking. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we enjoy it.
Yeah, revisiting the old R12.
Yeah. And a bit of Mickey taking out of each other.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
That's it.
So, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.